Why do people keep cats and dogs as pets and not love human beings instead? Is being the question that is occurring to the minds of those who do not like pets at all. Now, this is a very serious thing about discussing because in India, at once, like in India, you can have this question, but in the West, it is there's a law. You cannot question anything. These people are so much conditioned. They love animals more than human beings. That is the fact. Otherwise, why would not they give up meat eating? Daily basis, their morning starts with meat eating. They do not even do any bhakti or any read any stotras that these karmas will be dissolved. So in the West, you cannot say who is a human being. This is the fact. The person who is into devotion or the so-called pure devotion that is being talked about on a daily basis, but there is no practical application of it as such. So such a devotion, the people those who talk of such a devotion also keep dogs. Then what is happen? What is their level of their mentality? Why would a person who is talking about pure devotion and about Krishna consciousness keep pets, dogs? What are they lacking when they are preaching Krishna consciousness? Why should they entertain such people with cats and dogs? Hmm? So this is the question. So basically, um, the animals, the cats and dogs, they cannot understand what is devotion. They cannot understand God. So, um, so there's definitely difference between the human being and the animal. People keep pets, cats and dogs because in the West there are so many reasons for companionship. They say pets can provide unconditional love and comfort. Now, hear these points one by one, just and then we'll come to it again. Pets can provide unconditional love and comfort, is their point of argument. The health benefits they say. First is companionship, second is health benefits. Pet owners may experience lower stress levels, improved heart health, and fewer doctor visits. Now, the pet owners may experience lower stress levels. This is their reasoning for keeping dogs and cats. So, the social interactions. The third point is social interactions. First is companionship, second is health benefits, third is social interaction. Pets can help people feel less lonely and then increase self esteem. Now, this is something very weird, but we are just going through it one by one. Fourth point is about protection. The pets can help protect a home or a property. That is why people in the West keep pets. First point is attractiveness. People may keep pets because they find them beautiful and attractive. Now, why would animals attract a human being more than a human being getting attracted by human being? This is the question one should ask. In America, every I am in America and every next door neighbor has cat and dog. Once there was some issue and I complained about the cats, about the pets, and then they said the it is up to the owners. Now, this is what they said. So I was very much surprised that in a country like America, people have to have this kind of lifestyle Whereas in the other parts of the country, people have the impression that there is all Krishna consciousness, bhakti going on. But we must be aware of these differences. Otherwise, people will take undue advantage of your thought patterns. Majority of the people, I will say 99% in America are having cats and dogs in their homes. And in this one pretext or the other, they want to they want to show that they are good to it because it's an etiquette here, and there is a law also. So, what whose life is more important, the animals or the human being? And the country, America is a country in the West where a person like Prabhupada has come and preached about Krishna consciousness, and that is the only charm here for anyone to come who is a devotional sentiment, who is a born Hindu and devotional in his conduct, and is strict in case of his demeanor and his behavior. Like he won't compromise on certain aspects. Like he will at least not go with shoes in the temple. That much any Hindu he abides by, and that we must appreciate about. It's a really thing to appreciate because some people don't even believe in that. We walk in the house also, we don't allow people to wear shoes and enter. So that is a part of our culture. In the house, you cannot roam with the shoes that you are using elsewhere, everywhere in the market area, or going for a walk, or going for marathon. Those same shoes you cannot use anywhere in the house. So certain things are there, and this is what Hindus of India they believe in. They are taught from birth like that. So they have a little feeling of God consciousness. They believe that there's some higher entity. They are not astray that, oh no, there's nothing and we are only supreme. They don't have that feeling, and they don't have that kind of madness. Some people, uh, they they do believe in India also. There are some people who do not believe in God at all, and they still are seen progressing. So that is because of the collective thing accrued that they gone progressing because of somebody. They are safe because they do some karmas, others they make others happy, and then this is how they survive. But they don't believe in God, and they tell others also the same. So such madness is all around, and the West is all mad about the pets, cats, and dogs. So this is a very rare condition that one would pursue the truth and stick to the truth in all circumstances, and be alone walking on the same with his own beliefs. So these are the things. What are the reasons they give that they have cats and dogs is compassion, health, protection, social interaction, and attractiveness. So are these things not got from the human beings? Why would one feel the need of having a pet? Just as some people in the family, they have four girls and they think they don't have boy. So fifth time they again want to try and get a boy, and again the fifth time the girl is born. Then sixth time they'll try and they'll get a boy. So is that kind of need for the cats and dogs here in the West, that we must keep a cat and dog always? Now my neighbor, uh, in my American neighbor, old ladies, they had a dog since 14 years. They kept a dog since 14 years, and they were always around that. The both ladies, their sisters, they stayed together, and they were always around that dog. Their life centered around it until one day the dog died. The dog died due to some disease, and instantly, this lady, the old lady, was also detected with a cancerous tumor in her body, the lower abdomen. So she was totally as if the world was blank for her. More than worrying for herself, she was always engrossed in the thought of dog. Now this lady might die anytime. That is a cancerous growth in the body, so she can die at any time. And she's worried about the dog. She is expressing sorrow 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, 15 days, 1 month, only thinking about the dog that died, and 14 years of association. So, what kind of life is this? And instantly, if she dies, she'll die thinking of the dog. So, such is the atmosphere in the West. So, in comparison to that, then what are the Hindus? What is the state of the Hindus? Then they believe in whatever they believe in their deity worship. Whichever deity they have, and who knows the process of devotion? No one knows it. No one knows it because there is no proper guidance, and people are very casual about it. I don't know what is more important than understanding what is the right process of devotion, worship, and other things can be given a second, this place. The priority must be addressed, and it is so instantly doable. But people are so busy. One other, uh, one other person in the neighborhood. So these are all the things. These are the facts. They are not spoken about, and we are given a very nice goody goody picture all the time. Everybody, when they assemble, they only want to talk good things and share good things. But it is complete illusion because such good things don't exist at all. They don't exist at all. And still, we want to be very happy about it, discuss about it, laugh about it, and dance away. Why does that happen? The lack of knowledge. It is because only of illusion and the lack of knowledge. If we every moment realize that we are among such people who are unconcerned about their prospects in the future, they don't know where they are heading to. They don't know who is controlling them. They don't know that they think that the life is in their control, they're in their hands, whereas somebody else is controlling them. So these are the issues. But there are important. These are the most important thing for anyone in the life. Who is controlling me? Who is my controller? And why am I listening to him? If you understand this much, then the things will move, and you will never ever get this question again. Because the most important thing one wants is to be independent. The first thing, even a fool understands that he wants to be independent. The kids, when they grow up, they don't like to be addressed by their parents and pestered. They say, now I'm a grown up, don't tell me these things. So, what is that? The child wants to get independent. When he just is in the teenage and he's just finished his board exams, he doesn't like to be told. He's saying, don't tell me all these things, I already know them. That is his reply. I already know them, and you need not tell me this. And when my friends come and if you speak, then I feel shy of it, and I'm ashamed when you speak to me in front of them. So that is another thing I want to bring to your notice. That is how he speaks to his parents, under whom he was staying till now, and now he's grown up. He wants independence, and he doesn't feel the need of all these things from their side. So these are the changes that take place. And where the independence takes it to, then he wants to keep a dog, because the friends suggest having a dog, a pet would be nice. And then the whole youth goes around that only. He'll hold the string of the dog, and like a dog, he will run after him, taking him in the morning, in the evening. So youth are wasting their time like this. Then what is these are the things that we, as a child, we grew up seeing this, watching this, and we would laugh at anyone who would keep dog or cat. We thought that they have no low standards of life, that is why they keep dog. That was our recommend at that time. But now in the West, it is like everyday thing for me now. Huh? So we read the scriptures, and we find, I'm reading from Bhagavad Gita lecture. Bhagavad Gita book, and there it is written that the world, the human being is not meant for quarreling like cats and dogs. A quarrel means in its desire is dissatisfied, not fulfilled, then there is a quarrel. What is the quarrel about? A desire not getting satisfied. So a human being is not meant for quarreling like cats and dogs. They must be intelligent enough to realize importance of human life and refuse to act like an ordinary animal. A human being should realize the aim of human life. Now, what is the aim of human life? Now, the first question immediately you would get from a joint family or a Hindu family or a Grahasthashram, as a person in a Grahasthashram who has a nice family life, the first question you will get is, uh, Grihasthashram, as the devotees know, it is like one who is practicing Krishna consciousness. But they also don't know that properly the Krishna consciousness. So they think, what is the aim of your life? Just that now children are grown up, they'll get married. Then, just as our parents brought us up, they taught us some devotion, they taught us deity worship, they made us keep altar. They took us to temples, and they asked us to respect the gurus, the Vaishnavas, whoever. So our children will do the same, and then they'll have kids. Their grandchildren will do the same. But life is very nice, happy, and that is how we are thinking. This is the 99% answer everybody would give, and this is how they give. Now I don't know it is a trend or what is that reason they give, but on general level they will speak like this. They want to always speak like this. So the human being has to realize the goal of, well, he has to realize the aim of human life. Now what is the aim of human life? What is the aim of human life? If it is asked, that they have this understanding, they will say that परमेश्वर के लिए जीवन, they'll see that the life has to be you know lived in a way that the Lord is happy. That much they know, but they don't think what is the aim of life. If it is the aim and how to achieve it, are we achieving? No, we are doing good karmas, and that's it. Our mind is clean, our karmas are good, and what else we want? So that is the way, and that is good also in a way. At least they are not harassing others or having some bad intentions for others. To start with, a good human being has to do this. You should not be thinking for others, whatever. If you cannot do welfare of others, don't think bad about others. So that much they practice, and they say, then that's it. What else can we do? And they are right. I used to get very wild on this whenever I heard this from my some of the acquaintances. I would go wild and I would say, how can you be so ordinary that the aim of human life is like this? How can you be satisfied with only so much? I used to get wild at them, but now I realize the importance of it. That why they said like that, because of the conditions that are prevailing now and the way it is going. It's really very 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 sad sorry state. So I understand now why the majority of them say like that. But that is not the solution, one would argue, but it is up to them how they have come up with the situations, fought in life, lived through them, persisted, and now are in a state where they are confident and very happy about it. So that's also okay. But one point of time I used to have a problem with such kind of replies, and I argued with them, and they said, you have a problem, they said. And then I said, what? Then they said, you don't know the world, they said. You are naive, you are very simple, you don't know the world, we have seen the world, they said. And I used to not believe in them. I would yell at it and I would say, how can you be so ordinary? I can't accept this. That was my reply. And because I was young and little strong headed, then I argued, and I would run away from such thought processes, because I thought I will also get controlled by this thinking, and then I will also change my attitude and I will also suffer. That was my way of handling it. But now, over the period of time, in the last, especially in the last 5 years, I got to know that what they said, what they meant when they said that, and they are partly right in their own way. How much can you struggle? How much will you fight alone? So that was the thing. So in the West also, you get defeated at so many places. You cannot disagree with this, and you have to accept that this is the situation. But what comes to our mind, the illusory energy from all the Wi-Fi things, it makes you believe that the life in West is very nice, and you can enjoy a lot in the West. In India, it is boring. People in the West, of those who are Indians, they say in India, spirituality is not possible. Bhakti is not possible in India as much as it is possible in the West. That is their opinion. And I have no comments about it. I cannot say yes, it is good. I cannot say yes, it is bad. No comments on that. Bhakti must be done at any place wherever you are put. Otherwise, it is not bhakti at all. There will never be a best situation for bhakti. Either in West or in India, you have to do, because you are in a human life, your one body. You cannot say that this place is good, this place is bad, and it cannot happen there, it can happen here. What do you know about it? How much have you practiced in the particular place? You say so because you have not practiced bhakti in the India. You are in the West and everything is very cheaply available, and that is why you feel bhakti is happening here. But you are completely in illusion. In the West, even if things attack you, you cannot do anything about it. You are made like you are like, if anesthesia is given, that much portion is numb. So in the West, if you are kept like that in some way, and you think things are very nice and goody goody and everything is good, so that is not right. So it is never that bhakti is easy in the West and very difficult in the place of origin. India is the place of origin of bhakti. You cannot say that. So I had no comments about that statement, but I did have an opinion at that time which I did not want to express. We cannot be so shallow about anything and speak just instantly for the sake of speaking. How dangerous is it? How dangerous it is. So this is the level of bhakti in the West. People don't give serious thought and they think they are doing bhakti. This is the observation. It is the fact. They think everything is happening nice and everything is good. This is the fact. And it will not be the finite thing because one does not always stay in one place. But if you speak at least like this, you should not be speaking. That is my opinion. You cannot speak like this cannot be any statement. So there's when they say as it is, Bhagavad Gita, as it is it written in Bhagavad Gita that bhakti is possible only in West and not in India? And those who are saying they are all Indians origin, they are of origin India, and they speak like this. So uh, in the West, every next door neighbor has a dog, has a cat, and every day their breakfast starts with meat. Okay, now this is the picture, and then the atmosphere is very important for bhakti. A pure devotee knows the value of association and sadhu sangha. He would, if he is a real devotee, he would not like to hear anything that kills devotion. He would not like to hear anything that kills devotion. So, from that level, if you understand, then what is this atmosphere? The dog, they walk the dogs on the road and those roads are meant for walking for the humans also. So animal and human being are getting the same treatment, and you have to sometimes you bump into certain scenes which you don't like to watch. So what is all this? So what is all this? So one must think twice before speaking. Just because now you are here, things are working, and then, but you must realize that you are in a terrible situation. That thought is very important. You are in a terrible situation. You cannot be saved at all. Do you know that? Do you know that? Now, one has to realize it. I don't want to, I'm not speaking lie, and I'm not speaking true it's not like this. The truth is truth. It is a science. It is a science. You're just because your lifestyle is like that, that is why it is working here. You have been habituated to certain things, certain ways, and those comforts are here. That is why you feel bhakti is possible in the West, but not in India. First thing first. So you're in the comfort zone. That is why you feel the bhakti is possible. Comfort zone and comfortable is different. Comfortable means with all sacrifices, things are moving forward. And comfort zone is without it, you will perish. You cannot survive without the comfort zone. So that is comfort zone when you say that. And it is because of your lifestyle. You're not habituated to public commute, the push and all that. You can just take a car and drive anytime outside. Now, if four people are there in the house, there are four cars. Is this a lifestyle? Four people in a family, each has a car. Now there are four cars. There is a garage for each car. Isn't it insane? I find it insane and I laugh sometimes. But this is the picture. Is this a lifestyle by any means? And will the Lord help you in such situations? So is the Lord servant of you? You can progress in bhakti. The Lord will be different. You will have your own form of Krishna in a different way. That is possible. The Lord is like that. If you want, if you call that opulence as a Vrindavan ki Krishna, he will grant you that. But you will have an opulent form of that. Accordingly, you will get the bhav and the devotion. Accordingly, you will get the guru. So Krishna will grant you that. So don't say that. Don't think bhakti is so cheap. It is possible to do in the West, and in the India, it is not possible. Though don't even think before speaking like this. Twice one must stop and think on that. What are you speaking? When you are speaking, then you will follow the same. So speech is very important. If you don't mean anything, then don't speak. And such cheap talks lead one to the downfall for sure. They lead to the downfall for sure. So this is the way the Western culture is. And now you tell me, where is the sadhu sangh or association? If you have to deal with such cheap talks and such useless comments, what will you do? And that is also rarely people meet each other. And when they meet this, you get to hear this. So you feel like running away. You feel like, why am I here at all? What made me bring here? What brought me here? And why am I hearing this? And we have to mention India because there